This last week, I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, went in, did my non-stress test again. I have one more day of work, and honestly, I regret telling them that I'll work on Monday. Like, what was I thinking? Okay, at this point, I had been having contractions and Braxton Hicks every single day, all day long, for 4 weeks. You want to know how many centimeters I'm dilated? Alright, hello everybody. My name is Tasha. If you've never been here before, I am a gestational surrogate. That means I'm currently pregnant with a baby that's not mine, and I'm not gonna keep after I deliver. So if you're curious about what that means, you can check out my playlist. It goes over so many surrogate related things, signing up with an agency, all the ins and outs of all the things, basically. If you're interested, you can check that out. I will link it down below. I'm currently almost 39 weeks. I'll be 39 weeks tomorrow, but I figured I'd make this video now because I have a lot to do tomorrow. And I have a feeling that I am going to be too tired to record. Interrupting much? Do you need something, Leia? So, like I said, 39 weeks. I apologize if this video is late. You'll have to stick around to find out why it will be late. But, cat butt. So, let's do the baby update. First, before I forget, yes? Can I help you with something? Oh, really? Okay, so 39 weeks pregnant. Baby is the size of a watermelon. I will show you my belly at the end and you'll be like, yep, watermelon, for sure. She is 19.72 inches long and 7.57 pounds. I hope she's less than that because holy crap. There's the baby. Pregnancy symptoms. Baby kicks. Let your midwife know or your doctor know if they decrease. I mean, they haven't really decreased. They're just not so kicky, if that's a thing. They're more like push and like slide. That's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, she definitely still moves around quite a bit. Changes to your cervix. So this says, at a prenatal checkup, your provider might do an internal exam to see whether your cervix has started effacing or dilating. I did have that happen at this last appointment, but I'll get into that in a second. Leaking fluid. Call your provider if you think that your water might have broken. My water's only broken one time out of the now 4 pregnancies that I've had. And it was pretty obvious. I know some women have like, it's like a gush, or other ones have like a trickle that doesn't stop or whatever. Mine was like a trickle that didn't stop. I was wearing like a pad and I had to keep changing the pad because it kept like filling up with, it was a thing. And that labor was annoying because I kept having to change pads. At one point I was walking up and down the halls at the hospital trying to get like contractions going and all the things. And I hadn't changed my pad in a while. And suddenly it just started like trickling down my leg. So it's not fun when your water breaks like ahead of time before you have like contractions and stuff. Plus, I didn't realize this, but when your water breaks, you have 24 hours to have the baby or they'll do a C-section because the risk of infection. So you don't want it to break prematurely because then you'll end up with a C-section. It also says at 39 weeks, you may notice that your breasts are leaking small drops of yellow fluid. Your body is producing colostrum, the highly nutritious liquid gold that the baby will drink for its first meal. I haven't had any of that yet, which I kind of wonder if it'll happen or it'll just start after I deliver. Who knows? Quote, a less than pleasant symptom you might experience at 39 weeks. Diarrhea. Some people think having diarrhea can be a sign of early labor, as in 24 to 48 hours away. Maybe, but there's no proof apparently. Pelvic pain. Yeah, it's just a thing. Mood swings. Interesting. Haven't really had mood swings. I'm surprised. I have not, randomly started crying for no reason. Which, I mean, is good, but I find it funny. Because pregnant women are usually very emotional people. I haven't had that problem. So yeah. That's about it. Okay, so this last week, I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. Went in, did my non-stress test again. Baby was not cooperative at all, per usual. I find it funny. She's like a little ninja. She's a very good hider. The medical assistant took probably 3 to 5 minutes to find her. At one point, I was like, I can hear it, but the monitor's not picking it up. Like the probe or whatever round circle disc thingy that they put on. She's like, yeah, I hear it too, but it's not registering on the thing, and you have to have it or else it doesn't make the lines. So, yeah, she was very naughty. I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen in the hospital. I'm going to tell the nurses right away, she's going to be difficult. You're going to have to come in here and adjust the monitors frequently because she is not going to hold still. So the doctor looked at the non-stress test. She's like, yeah, she looks great. I actually had 1 contraction while on the monitor, which I don't normally have the last couple of times. It's interesting because I won't start having them until later in the day. So right now, my stomach is tight. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. She looks like a parrot on my shoulder. So yeah, the later in the day that it gets, the more contractions I have. Actually, yesterday, holy crap. I think I might have been a little dehydrated yesterday because I started having really intense, sharp, quick, contraction-y type feelings that would last 3 to 5 seconds. And they would be super intense, 7 out of 10 pain scale. They hurt a lot. I drank, the water bottle that I have is 24 ounces, I think. Drank the entire thing in an hour. The contractions stopped, lessened, I don't know. I didn't feel them anymore, which was good. But they were definitely hitting hard last night. So I'm going to make sure that I drink plenty of water the next couple of days just to avoid that, because that was unpleasant. Most of the time contractions, when they start off mild and they last for 30 to 60 seconds and then it stops. Well, this was bam, 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 super hard, really crazy frequent. It was just not a good time. I want to avoid that as much as possible. While I was at the doctor, I did ask her about those, and she said, yeah, that's totally normal, because I've been having them a couple of times now. I was like, is this a thing? I knew lightning crotch was a thing, but I don't know about lightning contractions. Are these okay? Because they suck. And she's like, yeah, totally normal. So that's fun. I mean, it's good that they're not bad, but at the same time, they suck. So let's avoid if possible. If you remember in one of my previous videos, I talked about how my doctor was going on vacation to Denmark. And like, happy for her that she gets to travel and go somewhere new and explore and whatever. Like, whatever. I need you here. It's not fair. With her being gone, there's one other doctor at the clinic that I saw in the beginning. And now I'm seeing her at the end. So I saw her the first like 2, 3, 4 appointments. And now I had her twice, I think, at the end, 2 appointments at the end. With my doctor being on vacation and not coming back till August, I talked with the intended parents and we discussed inducing so that the doctor that I'm seeing now will be there for the delivery. Yes, I know it's not medically necessary. Yes, I know, blah, 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 whatever. I have had the on-call doctors. Not a fan. It was not an enjoyable experience. Not that labor is a good time, but having a doctor that you know and trust there makes it a little bit easier. And with labor, easier is always better. So, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care about your opinion if you think that is wrong and I should wait and whatever. I don't care. She is on call this weekend. So I'm assuming today and tomorrow. And then she is on call on, I believe, Tuesday and Wednesday. Or maybe Wednesday and Thursday. One of the two. And so at the appointment on Tuesday, we discussed scheduling an induction for one of the days that she's going to be on call. So for sure she'll be there because I have had the on-call doctors, like I said, twice actually. With my son, who I had first, and then with my first surrogate baby. So back to back, I had an on-call rando doctor that I didn't know, never met, nothing. I knew nothing about them. And literally they sat on the edge of the bed, or the end of the bed or whatever, when I was pushing, and they're like, okay, push. And then they'd like look around and not even paying attention to me. It was, yeah, I didn't like it at all. The most recent one that I did with the random on-call doctor, she had like no bedside manner. She came in and without explaining the why, she told me, if you don't have this baby by 6 a.m., we're doing a C-section. Didn't tell me why, just came in and told me that and left. Like, you got a hot breakfast date? Like, why are you threatening me with a C-section and not explaining why? It would, I do not. I do not with the on-call doctors. I hate them. I've never had a good experience with one. I'm not doing that again, especially when it's a surrogacy pregnancy. Some doctors are just a-holes. And they don't care. And I don't want that experience for my intended parents, for one. Don't want that experience for me. And no, I'm not doing it. There are reasons why I'm doing an elective induction. Does it terrify me? Yes, absolutely, because I've never done it before. But I feel like the pros outweigh the cons in this situation. So with that said, the days that she is going to be on call, I had actually calculated it out because she told us about possibly inducing at not this last week's appointment, but the week before. So I've had like a week to think about this, right? And I calculated it out. It's funny because if you know me, you know that I really enjoy number patterns or, word patterns, whatever, palindromes when they're the same frontwards and backwards, or if they like switch off, stuff like that. That being said, my son was born at 39 and 5 days. The first surrogacy baby, the next one I had, was 39 and 3 days. Then the next one was 39 and 5 days. And this one will be 39 and 3 days. Assuming that she cooperates and comes the same day as the, like, induction stuff starts. Like, it makes me so happy that it worked out like that. And honestly, like, if she didn't come that day and she came, you know, after midnight the next day, then her birthday would be 7/27, which I'm also fine with. But I would prefer the, you know, the 26th, where it's 39 and 3. Statistically speaking, this is why I'm like, we should just induce, because my doctor is clearly not going to be back before I go into labor. Because at that point, I would be 40 weeks and, 2 days, I think? I mean, I've never made it that far, so there's a very, very high chance that I wouldn't make it that far again. So yes, the induction is scheduled for Tuesday night. While I was there, so I had the doctor check my cervix, which she's like, I don't usually do that unless like you're in labor or you're getting ready for an induction and we need to know what medication to start off with. And when she had told me that, I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm just gonna have her check and we'll go from there. And so she checked my cervix. Okay, at this point, I had been having contractions and Braxton Hicks randomly every single day, all day long, for 4 weeks. You want to know how many centimeters I'm dilated? 1. I was so mad. I'm still mad. Like, all those contractions that I've had and the cramping and the, like, pressure and all the things, 1 centimeter. Just 1? Are you sure? Just 1? Scheduled the induction. I go in Tuesday night at 7:15, and they are going to start me on a cervical ripener to help me soften my cervix, to help it dilate, to help it efface, all the things. And then I'm guessing the next morning they'll start me on Pitocin. It's interesting because I had, with my first surrogate baby, my water broke, right? I don't remember them giving me Pitocin, which, like, why would you let somebody be in labor for 23 hours without giving them Pitocin and threatening them with a C-section? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. What? And I was thinking back, I'm like, no, I really don't remember them giving me anything in my IV other than fluids, and possibly I was group B strep positive, so I would have had a antibiotic. Other than that, they didn't give me anything, which I find interesting. Maybe because I was having regular contractions, but they weren't doing anything. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Anyway, so that's the plan. Going in Tuesday night, kind of freaking out. I mean, it's nice that I have a, like, this is when it's happening, instead of like, oh, am I going into labor now? Will I go into labor tomorrow? What about while I'm at work? Like, I don't have to worry about that. I mean, I still do, but it's not like my due date is tomorrow. It's still a little early, so I don't know. But I talked to my boss yesterday about it, because she was induced with her son, and I was like, can you eat? Can you walk around? Like, I literally know nothing about being induced because I've never done it. So that's why I'm freaking out, because I don't really know what to expect. I should probably watch some YouTube videos about being induced and see other people's experiences, just so I have, like, I mean, I know a little bit, but not enough to where I'm like, all right, let's just do this, you know? Anyway, oh, the hospital called me, or scheduler, whoever, called me yesterday, and she's like, okay, just wanted to confirm, blah, blah, blah. Here's the information that you're gonna need. Be here at 7:15. I asked her, I was like, okay, so can I just come through the front door, or what time do the doors lock? Because I know all hospitals that I know of, after a certain time at night, they lock the front doors and all the patients have to go through the ER, including like labor and delivery, okay? I know that because with my son, we didn't get there until, I want to say it was like 9:30 at night. So they had told us, like, if you come after a certain time, go directly to the ER and they'll like check you in and they'll let us know, and then like you can go up. So I asked her, I was like, okay, so can I just come through the front door, or what time do the doors lock? And she was like, oh no, the doors open at 5 in the morning or whatever. I was like, no, my appointment is 7:15 p.m., not a.m. She's like, oh, okay, let me call and find out. So she puts me on hold, calls over to whoever, and she's like, okay, so the doors lock at 7. It's like, crap, okay. So she said, you can either get here early, or you can just come through the ER and go up that way. I was like, I don't know how to get there from the ER. I mean, when you go through the front door, you literally walk straight down a hallway, and then there's elevators like over to the right hand side, and you just take the elevators up to the second floor. When you come out, you hang a right and it's straight ahead. Like, super easy to find. I don't know where the ER is. I don't know what direction you have to go to get to the labor and delivery floor, family birth center, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to decide whether or not I want to get there another 15 minutes early. My doctor had said 7:30, and then the hospital called and it's basically like, get there 15 minutes before your appointment time. So I don't know if I want to get there earlier. I do have a bunch of stuff that I need to take up because I made goodie baskets, and I'll put in a video about that right here. Okay, so here's what I ended up with. I've got chips and frappuccinos in this one. Over here, I've got the bubbly cans, and then cookies, gum, more cookies, and inside here are like, can't even see those, candies. How cute are these teeny tiny kind bars? They're so adorable. So yeah, I don't know if I want to get there earlier because I'll have to bring all that stuff up. I mean, I probably won't. Somebody will, because there's 2 baskets, and then I have my bag. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. But I finally, speaking of things I need to do tomorrow, my cousin is coming over to clean my house. I got approval from my intended parents and through the agency that they would reimburse me for paying her to come and clean my house, because it's so much. I mean, if you watched last week's video, you saw like I cleaned my room, picked up around the house, like did so many things, and I still need to meal prep. I bought a bunch of groceries, like a ton of groceries, $350 worth of groceries. So that I can meal prep and then not have to go to the store for a week or 2 after. I bought stuff to make stuffed bell pepper soup, lasagna, beef and broccoli, and then chicken enchilada soup. So these are all things you can prep ahead of time and then put in the freezer. And when you're ready, you can thaw them the night before and put them in the crock pot, which is great. Love a crock pot meal. I guess I also did buy stuff to make my crock pot chicken ranch, whatever it's called. It's good. So yeah, I'm going to be meal prepping all that tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I mean, honestly, it says to put it in a freezer bag and to put it in the freezer. Like, you don't have to really do anything. So hopefully it won't take too terribly long. But my cousin is coming over, like, just to clean up things. It is so hard for me to bend over and pick up things off the floor. To be honest, I just don't want to do it. But also don't want to like be on my hands and knees cleaning the toilet or scrubbing the sink or mopping the floor. Like, I don't want to do that. I asked my intended parents, I'm like, hey, actually, they're the ones that offered. They were like, well, that's why you have the housekeeping stipend. And I was like, no, that's only if my doctor says that I have restricted activities or puts me on bed rest. It's not just a thing that I can use. And they're like, oh, well, we'll talk to the agency and we'll tell them that it's fine. I was like, oh, thank you. Because I'm looking around, I'm like, I have so much stuff to clean up. Because my son just leaves crap everywhere. I mean, I'm not going to show you, but there's a pile of junk on the couch right here. That's all his. Oculus controllers, a jacket, and container of Oreos, and hi Kylo. What's up, buddy? You look like you just woke up from a nap. Yeah, hey. You can't even see him, he blends in with the couch. So anyway, she's coming over tomorrow to help me pick up, vacuum, like all the things, just clean up. I need to make a list for her so she's not like, okay, what else do you want me to do? I can just be like, here's the list of things. Let me know if you have questions. And if I think of anything else for you to do, I'll let you know. But last time she was here, she's like, okay, what else do you want me to do? And I'm like, like, I need to have something written out so everything gets done. You can't even see him, but Kylo's right there. He's all curled up. I cannot believe that they still want to cuddle when it's 85 degrees outside. Granted, it's not 85 degrees inside. I don't know if you can hear my air conditioner going, but I have a window air conditioner and it's going right now. So it's not super hot in here, but seriously, I sit on the couch and I get 2 cats sitting on top of me or next to me. I'm like, guys, it is freaking hot in here. Like, aren't you hot? You're literally wearing a fur bodysuit. How are you not hot? I don't understand. They want to cuddle. I do not. So I kick them off of me. I have one more day of work. And honestly, I regret telling them that I'll work on Monday. Like, what was I thinking? I could have just said Friday and they would have been like, all right, great, we'll figure it out. But no, I was like, no, I'll come in on Monday and, you know, finish up everything that I need to. To be fair, Monday is my busiest day. So it's helpful that the person covering for me doesn't have to do all the things. But still, I don't wanna. I did take Tuesday off, even though my induction is not scheduled until 7:30 at night, 7:15, whatever. I did take the day off to like get everything like finalized and situated. I've got I have 2 appointments or 1 appointment that day? Nope, just the one. I have a massage scheduled for like 1:30 in the afternoon, which I'm very excited about because I have not had a massage while pregnant before. Even though my best friend bought a package for me to go get massages when I was pregnant with her daughter 6 years ago, I never used them. I was going to. I'm pretty sure I scheduled a massage twice and something happened. I don't remember what the first one was, but then we had like an ice storm the second time and they closed the office and canceled all the appointments. So that sucked. But I'm very excited for this massage because I just am all over tight and achy, and like my back right now hurts sitting the way that I'm sitting against the couch. It's not comfortable. So that'll be nice, and hopefully just relaxing will help the labor go smoother, which is why I waited to schedule it until the day of or day before the induction. So hopefully that's a thing, because like I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, I have only gotten an epidural once, and it was after like 20 hours of labor, and then I had the baby like 3 hours later. And I always wonder, like, I could have made it another 3 hours if I had known. But then if you choose to look at it as getting the epidural helped like relax everything so that it could finish doing what it was doing. Because who knows, if I hadn't gotten the epidural, maybe it would have been much later and I would have had a C-section. Who knows? Literally delivered her like 45 minutes before 24 hours. Like, it was close. Yeah, so I'm taking off Tuesday. Gonna get my life right. All the things. Ben's been dying to wash the car. I'm like, wait till Tuesday. Like, wait until I'm not going to be going and sitting under trees that spit pitch on my car at work. If you really want to wash it, Tuesday is going to be the day to do it. I did finish my labor playlist, and let me tell you, it has the most random songs on it. Like, they're all songs that I like, but it's like the artists are very random. I've got 3 Doors Down, there's NSYNC, there's Justin Timberlake, there's Charlie Puth, Baha Men, Toby Mac, Maroon 5, Michael Bublé, Carrie Underwood, Alan Walker, Men at Work, like so many random things. Like, I have a very broad love of music. There are certain types of music that I absolutely hate, like the screaming ones, and the rap, not my favorite. Yeah, I have a very wide range of songs on my labor playlist, and honestly, I will probably listen to them while I'm like walking up and down the halls or sitting on the ball or, you know, that kind of stuff. When it gets down to like the very end, probably not, but definitely for beforehand. I also made a like calming playlist that has songs that are more like classical, soothing, whatever. There's not really a genre, but it has like Enya and stuff like that, you know, Yanni and Pirates of the Caribbean score. I like the scores, okay? I love movie scores. So there's like Pirates of the Caribbean, Twilight, and I think Star Wars movie scores in that playlist. So random, I know. But that's just how it goes. I feel not prepared yet for Tuesday, but I'm getting there. Hopefully it won't be awful. And honestly, like, I was talking to somebody else who's due right before me, and I asked her, I was like, do you have your birth plan like figured out, written down, whatever? She's like, yeah, we have some stuff written down. I was like, okay, well, just because this is her first baby, I was like, just be aware that things can change and hold on to your wishes and desires, but don't hold on too tight because things can change. And the whole point is that you have a healthy baby and that you are healthy. How they get here and the situation and what happens, like, that really doesn't matter. The whole point is that you are okay and that the baby's okay. I always put on my birth plans, don't offer me pain medicine, because I don't want to be consistently reminded that it's there. Like, I know it's there. I don't need you bugging me, asking me if I want it. If I want it, I'll ask for it. So, like, that's in my birth plan. If I want it, I will ask for it. But with the induction, I'm like, I might want an epidural, depending on how long the labor goes, because they're starting me with, like I said, with a cervical ripener, and then they'll start Pitocin, I'm assuming like 6 a.m.-ish the next day. I don't really sleep in hospitals. There are too many noises. The beds are not comfortable. So the likelihood that I'm going to sleep at all Tuesday night, pretty low, especially if they're going to keep coming in and bugging me and like taking vitals or checking my cervix or giving me more medicine or whatever. Like, I'm just not, I figure I'm not going to sleep much. If it really comes down to it, I don't have a problem getting an epidural. I really don't. I'm not going to feel guilty or feel bad that I wasn't able to do it naturally. No, I'm not that type of person. I'm very go with the flow. If that's how it happens, that's how it happens. I'm not going to be mad. I would very much prefer to avoid a C-section. But again, like, if it's necessary, what are you going to do? Tell them no? There's a reason that they do them. And I trust my doctor to not just do it willy-nilly because it's quick and easy for her. Yeah, I don't want to be in the situation where I've labored for like ever and then had to do a C-section, because that's like getting hit with a bus twice instead of just the one time. And this little munchkin, I swear she has not dropped. So that's not going to be helpful. I will probably sit on the birthing ball and like bounce up and down and try to get her to like move in the appropriate direction. Let me show you my bump. That was very mellow. Let's do this. How tall do I need to make this thing? Can you even see my... Can't even see it. Where am I gonna stand up here? Oh, I know. Field trip. It's still kind of dark, but... Oh, it's very dark. Oh, poop. Let's see. Light. Ugh. That is so yellow. Is there literally no empty wall? Hold on. I guess not. Let's see. Does that help? Goodness gracious. Terrible lighting. I'm so sorry. Yeah. No, it's still... She's still hanging out up here. I mean, her... Let's see. Yeah, her butt is right here. But like, you can't even tell. Bam! Well, that's all I've got for this update. I guess if you're seeing this, it means that I've already had the baby, because this won't come out until next Monday. Hopefully I'll be able to come on here and tell you the birth story and it'll be fantastic and all good. Hopefully. Still have so much to do. Okay, I'm gonna go watch some induction videos on YouTube now so I can stop panicking. Not panicking, just so I know what to expect. That's all. That's all I need. I just want to know what to expect. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go watch some videos about being induced so I know what to expect, because I'm still kind of freaking out a little bit.